All right, tour 10, hole 1, Go Gosh Go Bay, par 4. Not my favorite hole. So if you hit this shot here, it's a pretty much guarantee you have to hit the right adjustment and a perfect ball. With this type of wind, your ring adjustment is down a slope, so makes your aim point a little more difficult. Great shot by our opponent. So we're going to take the alternate route here, and we're going to go 2 or 3 top spin and full right spin. .5 top spin. Let's see here, 6.9. So we're going to look at 4 rings on this adjustment. And then we are going to full curl with this club. And when I set up, I always set up, or always try to set up, that I can miss hit either way and still be fine. We're going to have a huge headwind. We're going to have 13-mile-an-hour headwind for our second shot, which will be at max sniper. So it might be a little tricky to pull off this shot. Get in the hole. Nice shot. So opponent just dropped it on us, which was a really nice shot. So 13.5 max distance. So we're going to use 1 backspin. There's 10. 13.5. So I think this will come up short. I think it will, yeah, quite a bit short. But really a good shot. Well played hole by our opponent. See if he wants to play again or not. And he will. That's always nice. Don't have to go searching for games. All right, the Cliffs course. So we're going to play this type of wind. We're going to try to roll it all the way to the bottom of this fairway there. 7-1, so it's going to be 4. I'm going to play about 5 rings, even though it's only 4-2. So that'd be about a 10% overplay. Oh, stop. So I was thinking that's about a 10% overplay, and it was 20% overplay. So 20% overplay on that shot just now. And our opponent hits a perfect ball. See what he has for top spin on this thing. Rolls it right to the edge. Sniper, hopefully we can hit enough, get the wind to go over, and we don't. I cannot go over. He might be able to. Gosh, he can. I have to try. I might be able to make it. And I mean might be able to make it. Nope. Oh, wowzers. So I had to take that shot on, because with him, with the Kingmaker, he's going to have less wind and more distance, and he's got Guardian, which is 4 more yards. So he's going to get over there no problem. Nice shot by our opponent. All right. Let's get this putt. Get to a playoff, hopefully. And possibly take down so with that second shot, I barely made it. I didn't really get a choice to. It was either lose the hole, potentially, or lose the hole. So this shootout, I still played this shootout at 20%, plus 20%. Everybody has their own opinion that it does not play 20% anymore. I still play this at 20%. But there's a funny ridge line right about where his bullseye is at, actually, and it comes corner, makes a corner, a funny loop on that quarter of the fairway. A little unlucky there with that. Possibly wrong spin or something. So let's put the spin on here, or the ring adjustment. 9-2. And get down here. Let's see if I can. Oh, maybe they fixed. No, see how it slopes right here? That's where we're going to land at. And we're going to land pretty aggressive. Then we're going to adjust 11 rings. So that puts me into a slight bit of power. And a great ball. I didn't want a great ball. So that great ball probably cost me. Oh, I got lucky with that great ball. So, got pretty lucky with the great ball. Let's get into one more. See if we can't get us a different shootout this time. And that last shootout, I probably should have offset a little bit to the right, which was the direction the wind was coming from. And then if I would have been playing Kingmaker, that would have helped too. So we are in a bad shape here. We're going to have to switch balls for this par 5. Going to go to a Kingmaker. Going to go to 11-5 in wind. And we're going to be landing right about there somewhere, guys, with a couple, probably 4 topspin. I think I can get away with 4 topspin. Then we're going to adjust for 7 in wind, right at max. And I probably should have played a slight overplay, but nope, worked out for me. Looked like the land zone was a little short, so it might be, this hole might, tee shot might be a +10, which probably what it was. It's probably like a +10, +20 on the tee shot. So something to think about, guys. So our opponent don't know it, but I'm gonna wait for him for the shootout. See if we can put a little more side spin on this. There we go. I'm gonna leave it offset just like that. 10 rings. I'm going to go forward just a little bit because I went down that slope. So since my target line went down the slope, downhill, I moved my target line or my aim point up about 1 yard for that little bit of side slope that I went downwards on, because it changes the ball's trajectory to a lower point. That means my ball will, first bounce will be sooner than where my aim point initially was. That's for me moving it forward. Oh, I was going to wait for him. Well, that sucked. See, guys, don't forfeit. You never know what your opponent's going to do. Like in that situation, I was going to wait for him. All right, see what we got here. This shot is just not the safest shot. It can be done. You can risk it. But I'm trying to teach you guys to play smart and safe. So we're going to go, which will be your full topspin as your APOC or your Thor's hammer 5, somewhere in there. Play the wind. So I'm on rough's edge. I'm gonna go max OP, or pretty close to max. This should give me center fairway bounce and just right at a full sniper shot. I had no worries if I miss hit 2 or 3 rings right, 2 3 rings left. I was still going to be in the fairway. If you go with the shot over the cliff and you miss hit 2 3 rings one way or the other, could potentially put you out of bounds, 1 shot behind your opponent already, and potentially out of the hole. So, depending on length here, he should be all right, unless he went too long. Yeah. And is this a downhill shot? I think it is. I'm going to do a plus 20 on it. Let me double check. It is not really a downhill shot from here. So I'm not going to do a plus 20 on it. Oops, 11.7. I'm going to do standard shot. See how this land zone right here, it all kind of feeds there. There's a huge land zone that feeds at that pin. That's where we want to land at. About 12 rings on that adjustment. Little slight curl back. All in all, not the worst shot. So we'll get to go to a shootout here. Unless this rolls back off that hill and in the hole. Nice shot though. So I got the sniper set up, assuming that shootout will be sniper. So sometimes when you go to power 4 or power 5 balls, you make the shootouts harder on yourself. So something to think about when you guys are playing tour play when bringing out those type of balls. So this is a long iron, and it 9-1. It's not at max club, but I'm going to play max club numbers, and this will be 3 and 2, 3 3.25 and 2 right spin. So 3.25 and 2 right spin, and 10, 4 on this adjustment. It's a little more than 10-4. Perfect ball. Right in the center of the cup. So with all side winds, I use about 3 backspin. With all headwind, I use about maybe 3, maybe a little under 3. And with all downwind, I will use 4 backspin. And this okay, I was gonna say he's gonna fly it into the rough the first bounce, but he's let off a little bit. So something for you guys to think about. 3 backspin is kind of almost the minimum. 4 is max, and you maybe go to 2.5 with some extreme headwinds.